Welcome to this guided meditation for lucid dream induction, a sleep story designed to help you gently unfurl your awareness within the boundless tapestry of your slumber, inviting you to journey into realms of infinite possibility with profound clarity and serene control. As you settle into this quiet moment, allowing your body to find its most comfortable position, perhaps nestled deeply within the soft embrace of your bed, or reclined gently on a supportive surface, you can already begin to feel the delicate ebb and flow of your natural breath, a gentle rhythm that has accompanied you through every single moment of your existence, utterly effortless and entirely your own. There is nothing for you to do now, nothing to achieve, no effort required, merely an invitation to simply be, to rest, and to allow a profound sense of peace to wash over you, beginning its tender descent from the very crown of your head, a soft, warm wave of relaxation. Feel now, if you will, without any need for effort or manipulation, how this soothing wave begins to bathe the uppermost part of your head, a tender warmth spreading slowly across your scalp, softening the tiny muscles that reside there, releasing any subtle tension that might have accumulated throughout your day, dissolving it completely as if it were merely a wisp of morning mist touched by the rising sun. This sensation, so wonderfully comforting, then extends its gentle touch, flowing with exquisite slowness downwards, delicately caressing your forehead, smoothing away any trace of worry or furrow, leaving behind a vast, tranquil expanse, serene and still, like a perfectly calm lake reflecting the twilight sky. You might notice the delicate muscles around your eyes begin to soften and release their hold, allowing your eyelids to become wonderfully heavy, a delightful weight settling over them, encouraging them to close completely if they haven't already, or to remain softly veiled, shielded from the external world, as you drift further inward into this deepening state of serene repose. Allow this profound sense of gentle release to continue its unhurried journey, moving ever so slowly, like a feather drifting on the softest breeze, down into the tiny, intricate muscles surrounding your eyes, encouraging them to yield, to relax even more deeply, perhaps even feeling a faint, subtle flutter or a warmth emanating from behind them, a sign of their complete and utter surrender to comfort. From there, this tender wave of relaxation flows onward with infinite patience across your cheekbones, feeling them soften, releasing any tension from the delicate skin and underlying tissues, dissolving it into nothingness, leaving your face feeling utterly supple, wonderfully pliable, and deeply at ease. It continues its graceful descent, embracing your jaw, allowing it to gently unclench, releasing any habitual tightness that might have been held there, perhaps letting your lips part just a fraction, or allowing your tongue to rest softly in your mouth, unheld, unpressed against your palate, completely at peace as you sink deeper and deeper into this exquisite tranquility. You may even become aware of the subtle, sweet taste of the air, a clean, refreshing sensation on your tongue as your breath moves in and out effortlessly. Now, this cascade of pure relaxation, so utterly soft and profound, continues its effortless flow, like warm honey, down into your neck, a region that so often bears the burdens of the day, inviting all the intricate muscles there to simply let go, releasing any stiffness, any tightness, any residual tension they might have held, allowing your head to feel wonderfully supported, yet also incredibly light, as if it were resting upon a cloud of feathery softness. The warmth radiates, spreading outwards across the expanse of your shoulders, inviting them to drop, to release their habitual posture, to truly soften, melting away any last vestiges of strain or effort, allowing them to settle heavily, comfortably, deeply into the surface beneath you, as if they are sighing with profound relief. This sensation, so wonderfully expansive, then flows down like a gentle stream through your upper arms, bathing them in warmth, relaxing every fiber, every cell, every nerve, deepening the sense of ease with each passing moment, as you simply allow yourself to be carried further and further into comfort. Allow this exquisitely soothing warmth to continue its journey, moving with unhurried grace down through your forearms, feeling the muscles there soften and release, becoming wonderfully supple and loose, entirely free from any unnecessary tension, as if they are simply floating, weightless and free. This tranquil sensation then reaches your hands, those remarkable instruments of connection and creation, inviting every single muscle, every tendon, every delicate joint to relax completely, from the base of your palms all the way through each individual finger, softening, releasing, becoming wonderfully limp and heavy, perhaps even feeling a delightful tingling sensation, a soft warmth blossoming in your fingertips as all tension simply drains away, leaving your hands feeling utterly peaceful, entirely at rest. You might notice the subtle texture of the sheets or clothing beneath your hands, a soft brush against your skin, grounding you gently in this moment of deep release. wave of profound peace, so exquisitely gentle, now begins to expand and flow inwards, spreading from your shoulders across your chest, inviting the muscles surrounding your heart space to soften and release, creating a feeling of spaciousness and openness, a calm and quiet sanctuary within you. With each gentle, natural outbreath, you might visualize any remaining cares or concerns simply dissolving, floating away like tiny specks of dust caught in a sunbeam, leaving behind only lightness and serenity. Then this wave of calm begins its tender descent down your spine, releasing the muscles along your back, vertebra by vertebra, inviting them to lengthen, to soften, to let go of any holding, any stiffness, allowing your back to feel wonderfully supported and entirely at ease, sinking deeper into the soft surface beneath you. A deep sigh of surrender echoing through your very being. This lovely sensation of release then expands, flowing gently into your abdomen, allowing the soft muscles there to relax completely, dissolving any tightness, any clenching, bringing a profound sense of inner spaciousness and calm to your core, a soft, warm energy radiating outwards, filling you with comfort. You might become exquisitely aware of the gentle, effortless rise and fall of your abdomen with each natural breath. A soft, hypnotic rhythm that guides you deeper and deeper into this state of profound tranquility. A beautiful, natural dance of stillness. From your core, this wave of soft, melting relaxation then extends its loving embrace to your hips, inviting them to soften, to release any subtle tension, allowing them to feel wonderfully heavy, deeply grounded, settling into the earth, completely at rest. Now, this truly wonderful warmth and lightness, yet simultaneously a beautiful heaviness, flows slowly, with absolute patience, down into your upper legs, into your thighs, inviting the large, powerful muscles there to utterly soften and release, letting go of all their strength, all their habitual holding, becoming wonderfully loose and deeply relaxed, as if they are melting into the support beneath them. The sensation continues its unhurried descent, moving through your knees, those important hinges of movement, inviting the joints and muscles around them to soften and release, dissolving any stiffness, any tightness, allowing them to feel completely supple and at ease, wonderfully free. Feel the warmth spreading, expanding, gently embracing your calves, inviting all the muscles there to utterly let go, releasing every single fiber, every single strand of tension, allowing them to become wonderfully pliable, delightfully soft, sinking deeper and deeper into the comfort of your resting place. This profound cascade of relaxation then reaches your ankles, those delicate connectors, inviting all the tendons and muscles around them to soften and release, allowing them to become wonderfully loose and free, beautifully flexible. From there, this exquisite warmth, this deep sense of calm, flows all the way down into your feet, those grounding foundations of your journey, inviting every single muscle, every tendon, every delicate bone and joint in your feet to completely soften and release, from the arches to the soles, feeling them become wonderfully heavy and warm. Finally, this deeply soothing wave reaches the very tips of your toes, each tiny digit softening and releasing, feeling a delightful lightness, yet also a profound sense of grounded peace, as all tension, every last trace of effort, simply drains away, out through the very soles of your feet, down into the earth beneath you, leaving you utterly weightless, profoundly peaceful, deeply at rest, exquisitely comfortable. And now, as you rest in this state of deep and wondrous relaxation, I invite you to gently bring your awareness back, in a soft and passive way, to the exquisite, effortless rhythm of your own breathing. There is no need to change it, no need to control it, merely observe it. A gentle wave, rising and falling entirely on its own, a silent lullaby of your own being, guiding you deeper into tranquility. With each gentle, natural inhale, you might imagine a soft, shimmering light, perhaps a beautiful indigo or a calming silver, entering your body, bringing with it a renewed sense of peace, a profound stillness. And with each gentle, natural exhale, you can simply release any lingering thoughts, any subtle concerns, any fleeting sensations that do not serve your deepest rest, letting them float away effortlessly into the vast, open space around you, leaving you lighter, freer, more deeply at ease. Allow yourself to simply float with this rhythm, a perfectly natural movement, feeling the gentle rise and fall, the subtle expansion and contraction, a comforting, continuous flow, much like the gentle undulations of the ocean at twilight, peaceful and profound. This effortless breath guides you now, with infinite gentleness, towards an inner journey, an experience of profound surrender, as you begin to visualize before you a magnificent spiral staircase, crafted not of ordinary stone or wood, but of shimmering, polished starlight, each step glowing with a soft, ethereal luminescence, that seems to beckon you further inward, downward. The air around the staircase is wonderfully soft and warm, infused with a delicate, sweet fragrance, perhaps of night-blooming jasmine or a subtle, earthy cedar, a scent that whispers of ancient mysteries and profound peace, filling your senses with its comforting embrace. You notice the very first step, just beneath your awareness, gleaming with a gentle, inviting light. And with each slow, soft out-breath, you allow yourself to descend just one step, feeling a beautiful, indescribable lightness permeating your being. As you gently step onto that first luminous tread, you might perceive a subtle, soft hum, a deep, resonant vibration that echoes through your body, a feeling of perfect alignment and deepening calm. The texture of the starlight step beneath your imaginary feet is wonderfully smooth and cool, yet radiates a gentle warmth that permeates your entire being, grounding you even as you feel yourself floating. You take another slow, graceful step downwards, feeling yourself sinking even more deeply into this exquisite relaxation, a feeling of effortless surrender, a profound release of all tension, all effort, all thought, as if you are being cradled by the very fabric of the universe. With each successive step, your sense of ease amplifies. Your body feels more wonderfully buoyant, yet deliciously heavy, completely supported, utterly at peace, as you drift further into this beautiful, luminous descent. The soft, ambient light of the staircase bathes you in a spectrum of tranquil colors, perhaps moving from a deep, velvety indigo at the top, subtly shifting to a shimmering lavender, then a soft, rosy pink, each shade wrapping around you like a warm, protective embrace, a visual lullaby for your journey inward. The air around you feels even softer now, almost like a gentle, silken caress against your skin, and the sweet, mysterious fragrance intensifies slightly, a deeper, richer aroma that soothes your very soul, inviting you to release and relax even more completely. With every single breath you effortlessly take, you continue this gentle descent, step by unhurried step, each one guiding you deeper, releasing you more profoundly into a state of exquisite calm and quietude, leaving behind any last vestiges of the waking world, any remaining echoes of sound or sensation, as you drift into a realm of pure, unadulterated peace. Imagine now that with every 3 steps you take, you are doubling your depth of relaxation, sinking into a space of such profound tranquility, such exquisite comfort, that your body feels utterly weightless, yet perfectly grounded, suspended in a beautiful, warm stillness. The subtle, harmonic hum of the starlight steps resonates through your entire being, synchronizing with the slow, steady rhythm of your breath, deepening your experience, allowing you to simply float effortlessly into this beautiful void of peace. Each step feels more natural, more inviting than the last, leading you deeper and deeper into this inner sanctuary, a place of perfect stillness and absolute safety, where nothing can disturb your profound repose. As you gently descend, your entire being feels permeated by this soothing, luminous energy, a gentle, healing vibration that settles every nerve, quiets every thought, and allows your mind to become wonderfully clear, yet exquisitely soft, receptive, ready to simply float into the next phase of this beautiful journey. You are safe, you are valued, you are completely supported in this space, enveloped in an unconditional positive regard that cradles your essence, empowering you, strengthening your inner confidence with every breath you draw. Now, as you find yourself nearing the very bottom of this beautiful, luminous staircase, you notice the light here is even softer, diffused into an ethereal glow, like the gentle embrace of a warm, colored cloud, perhaps a soft, shimmering gold, or a deep, comforting sapphire. You take the very last step, and instead of solid ground, you find yourself effortlessly floating, gently, beautifully, downward, through layers of these wonderfully warm, colored clouds, each layer feeling like a soft, silken caress against your skin, embracing you completely. You are utterly weightless, buoyant, suspended in a vast expanse of pure, unadulterated comfort, drifting further and further into this exquisite tranquility, as if you are being carried on the softest currents of a cosmic ocean. Feel the sensation of this gentle, slow descent, a feeling of profound ease, a complete release from any need to hold, to do, to be anything other than exactly as you are in this moment, perfectly at peace. Each warm cloud you pass through seems to absorb any lingering trace of tension, any subtle flicker of awareness that is not entirely focused on deep, restful relaxation, leaving you feeling lighter, freer, more expansive, yet simultaneously more centered, more profoundly connected to your deepest self. The soft colors of these clouds might swirl gently around you, a beautiful, mesmerizing dance of light and shadow, a visual symphony that lulls you deeper into a state of beautiful, sleepy awareness, a conscious drift towards the dream. As you continue to float effortlessly and with such grace through these wonderfully warm and colorful clouds, you realize you are nearing a threshold, a gentle, permeable boundary between waking and dreaming, a place where your conscious awareness can beautifully and serenely blend with the infinite creative power of your unconscious mind. Know that within this profound state of peace, your mind is open, receptive, and wonderfully capable of experiencing the rich tapestry of dreams with a heightened sense of clarity and presence. You are fully empowered here, a radiant being capable of boundless creation and infinite exploration within the landscapes of your slumber. Imagine now, with a soft and gentle intention, that as you drift into the heart of your dream, you will carry with you this profound sense of peace, this calm awareness, a subtle inner light that will illuminate your path and remind you of your unique capacity to truly awaken within the dream itself. There is no effort required, merely a gentle, loving acceptance of this possibility, a quiet knowing that you are capable of this beautiful, expanded state of awareness. You might, at any point within your dream, find yourself glancing at your hands, those remarkable extensions of your being. And as you do, simply notice them with a fresh curiosity. Observe their unique lines, their subtle patterns, the way light might play upon their surface, and allow yourself to gently notice any shifts, any shimmering, any subtle changes in their form. For this can be a tender, delightful signal, a gentle whisper from your dreaming mind, reminding you that you are indeed within the glorious expanse of your lucid dream. You are the creative architect of this unfolding world, capable of shaping its very essence with the power of your gentle intention. For within the dream, all things are possible, and your imagination is the very brush with which you paint your reality. So, with this serene understanding, this deep, comforting knowing, allow yourself now to drift through the final, thinnest veil of these warm, luminous clouds, gently entering a space of quiet anticipation, a realm where your dreams are ready to unfurl, waiting patiently for your unique presence to bring them to life with wondrous clarity and conscious delight. You are ready, perfectly ready, to embark on this magnificent inner journey. As you gently transition, you find yourself standing, or perhaps more accurately, floating with a beautiful, effortless grace upon a path of soft, iridescent moonlight within a garden unlike any you have ever known, a place of profound tranquility and ethereal beauty, the garden of gentle starlight. The air around you is incredibly soft, infused with a delicate, cool essence, yet it holds a warmth that seems to emanate from within, a gentle embrace that fills you with an unshakable sense of peace and belonging. A soft, gentle breeze, almost imperceptible at first, begins to stir, delicately rustling through the leaves of ancient, unknown trees that frame the edges of this luminous pathway. And as those leaves begin to respond, you notice something truly extraordinary. They seem to respond to your inner thoughts, their soft, whispering sounds ebbing and flowing, subtly rising and falling in harmony with the gentle, natural rhythm of your breathing. Pay attention to the way the sound ebbs and flows with your breathing. A beautiful, constant dialogue between your inner world and this outer sanctuary. The light here is exquisitely soft, a perpetual twilight, neither day nor night, but a luminous blend, where the soft glow of distant starlight seems to seep into every element of the garden, illuminating the pathway with a subtle, silvery sheen. Shadows are long and gentle, dancing with a quiet grace, never sharp or foreboding, but rather inviting, hinting at hidden wonders deeper within this serene expanse. The very ground beneath your feet, whether you perceive it as solid earth or shimmering light, feels perfectly yielding, wonderfully supportive, a sensation of being perfectly held and guided. You are completely safe here, utterly at peace, and wonderfully in control of this experience, a true master of your inner realm. As you gently allow your gaze to drift along the path, it begins to curve, leading you towards what appears to be a shimmering archway, cloaked in living vines that seem to weave themselves out of pure starlight. At the center of this archway, nestled amongst the luminous foliage, stands a gate. It is not a gate of heavy iron or rough wood, but one crafted from what appears to be woven moonlight, interwoven with delicate, crystalline threads that catch the ambient starlight and reflect it in a myriad of soft, shifting hues of silver and palest blue. The surface of the gate, when you extend your awareness towards it, feels wonderfully smooth and cool, almost silken to the touch. Yet there is an underlying structure, a subtle texture that whispers of intricate craftsmanship and ancient design, a history perhaps older than thought itself. You form a gentle intention, a soft inner thought that you would like to open this gate to see what wonders lie beyond. You begin the subtle, internal preparation for this action, feeling a faint, almost imperceptible shift in your own energy, a gentle surge of curious anticipation that is entirely calm, entirely serene. Then, with a slow and unhurried grace, you find your hand, or perhaps a shimmering extension of your own awareness, beginning to reach towards the gate. The sensation is one of profound lightness, of effortless movement, as if your arm is not truly moving through air, but through a medium as soft as water, entirely without resistance. You visually observe your hand, or its luminous reflection, moving towards the woven moonlight, noticing the way the starlight dances across its surface, revealing the intricate lines and subtle contours of your palm and fingers. As your hand draws closer, the crystalline threads within the gate seem to shimmer even more brightly, as if acknowledging your presence, responding to your gentle approach with a quiet, internal glow. Your fingers, with a delicate, unhurried precision, softly make contact with the cool, smooth surface of the woven moonlight gate. There is no handle in the traditional sense, but rather a seamless, almost liquid surface that seems to invite your touch. The sensation is exquisite. The cool, silken feel against your fingertips, a subtle, resonant hum that seems to travel from the gate through your hand and gently into your entire being, a feeling of deep connection. You gently press your palm against the surface, a soft, deliberate action. And as you do, you formulate the inner thought, the pure intention, that this gate will now open. And in that very moment, as your intention meets the luminous surface, the gate responds, not with a creak or a groan, but with a silent, graceful unfurling. Instead of swinging on hinges, the woven moonlight and crystalline threads of the gate begin to slowly, beautifully dissolve inwards, like mist dissipating in the morning sun, melting away into shimmering particles of light that are then reabsorbed into the archway itself. The visual spectacle is breathtaking. The subtle patterns of the weave gently unraveling, the crystalline threads sparkling with an intensified starlight energy as they transform, creating an open, inviting passage before you. There is no sound of movement, only the continued, gentle rustling of the leaves, which seems to soften even further, as if in quiet awe of this unfolding wonder. The sensory feedback of the action completing is not one of a physical opening, but rather a profound sense of energetic release, a subtle current of fresh, cool, yet comforting air that gently brushes against your face, carrying with it a new, delicate fragrance, perhaps of dew-kissed petals or distant, ancient stone, a scent that speaks of undiscovered beauty. A gentle sense of wonder fills your inner being, a quiet thought forming that this is truly a place where intention shapes reality, where the very fabric of existence responds to the whisper of your thoughts, and a comforting affirmation resonates within you. I am powerful, I am creative, and I am in perfect harmony with this beautiful, responsive world. You step forward, or rather, you float forward effortlessly through the now open archway into a new section of the calm, the garden of gentle starlight. Here, the pathway widens, becoming a vast expanse of shimmering silver moss, wonderfully soft and cool beneath your bare awareness, radiating a subtle inner light of its own. Overhead, the canopy of trees is even denser, their leaves a deep, velvety emerald, shimmering with captured starlight, creating a profound sense of enclosure, a sacred, hidden space, yet utterly open and inviting. Within this luminous clearing, scattered like ancient jewels, are magnificent crystals, taller than any you have seen in the waking world, some reaching towards the overarching canopy, others nestled gently into the silver moss. Each crystal shimmers with an internal starlight energy, pulsating with a soft, rhythmic glow, casting ethereal light and dancing shadows across the surrounding moss and tree trunks. Their forms are varied and exquisite. Some are tall, slender spires, others are multifaceted spheres, and some resemble delicate, frozen waterfalls, each one unique, each one alive with its own quiet luminescence. The air around them vibrates with a delicate, almost inaudible hum, a symphony of gentle energies, a profound sense of ancient power held in perfect, serene balance. Your gaze is drawn effortlessly to one particular crystal, a magnificent spire of translucent amethyst, standing gracefully amidst a cluster of smaller, iridescent stones. Its surfaces are wonderfully smooth, yet you can discern the subtle facets, each one catching and refracting the ambient starlight into a breathtaking display of violet, lavender, and deepest indigo hues. A silent light show that seems to respond to your very observation. You form a gentle, curious intention, a soft inner query, to focus your attention on this one crystal, to truly notice any changes or energy flow that might occur. You mentally prepare for this focus, feeling a quiet sharpening of your internal awareness, a gentle gathering of your serene energy. With an unhurried, graceful movement of your consciousness, you direct your full, gentle attention towards the amethyst spire. Visually, as you focus, the internal starlight within the crystal seems to deepen, to intensify, becoming a richer, more vibrant violet, almost as if it is breathing, pulsating with a newfound vigor. You can almost feel, through a subtle internal touch, a delicate warmth beginning to emanate from its core, spreading outwards through its translucent facets, a soft, benevolent heat that subtly permeates the cool, soft air around it. This warmth is not intense, but rather comforting, nurturing, a gentle embrace that reaches out to you. And then, as you maintain this gentle, focused attention, you begin to perceive a subtle energy flow. It manifests first as a delicate, shimmering current, like liquid starlight, visibly swirling within the very heart of the amethyst spire, an intricate dance of light and shadow. This shimmering current then begins to extend outwards, like delicate, invisible tendrils of light, gently reaching towards you, forming a beautiful, subtle connection. You feel this energy now, not just visually, but tactily, as a soft, warm, tingling sensation, spreading from your focused awareness through your being, a gentle resonance, a deep, comforting vibration that harmonizes with your own internal rhythm. An internal thought arises, a quiet knowing that this crystal is responding directly to your presence, to your gentle, focused intention, and a wave of profound appreciation washes over you. I am connected, I am recognized, and my energy creates beauty and response in this magical world, you affirm to yourself, feeling a beautiful surge of confidence and belonging. The scent in the air around the crystal seems to shift slightly, becoming more vibrant, more alive, as if the crystal itself is exhaling a delicate, mineral-rich fragrance, mingled with the subtle, sweet aroma of starlight. You become aware of the gentle, constant rustling of the leaves in the canopy above. And now, even more distinctly, you notice how the sound ebbs and flows with your breathing, a profound synchronicity, a constant reminder of the beautiful interplay between your inner self and this wondrous, responsive garden. A subtle, fleeting urge, a soft whisper of anticipation might arise within you, suggesting a need to hurry, to explore, to quickly discover what lies further beyond, deeper into this enchanting garden. However, you gently acknowledge this impulse, and with the utmost tenderness, you release it, understanding with deep wisdom that every single moment within this sacred space is a treasure to be savored, a precious detail to be absorbed, appreciated, and experienced in its fullest, most unhurried essence. There is no rush, no destination to attain, only the unfolding beauty of the present moment, a continuous journey of discovery that unfolds at precisely your perfect, gentle pace. You are entirely in control of your experience here, and you choose ease, you choose presence, you choose to fully experience the rich tapestry of this magnificent realm, moment by unhurried moment. As you continue to stand in the tranquil presence of the now subtly humming amethyst crystal, your attention naturally begins to expand, encompassing the surrounding area once more. You notice the shimmering silver moss beneath your awareness, how it seems to softly pulse with its own internal light, creating miniature constellations of sparkling dew, each tiny droplet reflecting the distant starlight in a kaleidoscope of gentle hues. You might even perceive a subtle, earthy scent rising from the moss, a gentle, grounding aroma that balances the ethereal sweetness of the air, creating a beautiful harmony of fragrance that anchors you gently in this moment. Now you become aware of a small, shimmering pool of water, nestled gracefully among the silver moss and smaller crystals, its surface perfectly still, like a polished obsidian mirror, reflecting the soft, starlit canopy above. The water within the pool seems to possess an internal luminescence, a faint, milky glow that emanates from its depths, making it appear less like water and more like liquid starlight itself. As you draw your gentle awareness closer to its edge, you notice the cool, soft texture of the moss against your bare awareness, a delightful contrast to the subtle warmth emanating from the crystals. The very air above the water's surface feels even cooler, imbued with a delicate, refreshing mist that lightly caresses your skin, leaving a feeling of pure, revitalizing calm. You gently approach the edge of this luminous pool, your movements unhurried, flowing with the serene rhythm of the garden itself. With a soft, curious intention, you lean ever so slightly closer, allowing your gaze to drift towards the shimmering surface of the water, preparing to observe your reflection. There is no splash, no ripple as your image begins to form, but rather a gentle, seamless manifestation of your likeness upon the liquid starlight. As your reflection appears, you notice a subtle, delightful shift. Perhaps your attire is different, adorned with flowing garments woven from the same luminous threads as the gate. Or perhaps your features hold an ethereal glow, a peaceful radiance that deepens your sense of belonging within this magical realm. This gentle alteration brings with it a quiet affirmation. I am fluid, I am adaptable, and I am always perfectly myself, even as I shift and transform within this wondrous dream. This gentle change in your reflection does not surprise you, but rather delights you, a subtle reminder of the boundless creative potential that resides within this dream space. You might gently reach out, a soft, unhurried thought leading your hand, and allow your fingertips to delicately touch the shimmering surface of the water. The sensation is one of profound coolness, a velvety smoothness that seems to draw your energy inwards, yet without any actual wetness, a purely ethereal touch. As your fingers softly meet the surface, gentle ripples begin to emanate outwards, not in circles, but in intricate, geometric patterns of light that dissolve into the glowing edges of the pool. A beautiful, impossible physics that feels entirely natural here. The soundscape of the garden continues its gentle symphony. The rustling leaves ebb and flow with your breath, a constant, comforting companion. And now, a new, subtle sound emerges from the depths of the pool itself. A faint, crystalline chime that resonates softly, like tiny bells made of starlight. A beautiful, liquid music that soothes your inner ear. As you withdraw your hand, the surface of the pool immediately returns to its perfect stillness, your reflection once more clear, perhaps showing yet another subtle variation in your luminous attire or features. A gentle affirmation of the ever-changing, ever-creative nature of your dream self. You feel a deep sense of empowerment, a quiet knowing that you are the master of this beautiful reality, capable of influencing its every detail with your gentle intent. You turn your attention with a leisurely grace from the luminous pool, feeling a profound sense of peace radiating from within you. Your gaze then drifts towards a nearby ancient sundial, its gnomon crafted from dark, polished moonstone, and its face etched with symbols that seem to belong to no known language. Yet they resonate with a deep, intuitive understanding within you. The sundial rests upon a pedestal woven from roots that glow with a soft, phosphorescent light, seeming to draw nourishment directly from the starlit moss. The air around the sundial carries a subtle, earthy fragrance, mingling with a faint, metallic tang, an intriguing blend of natural and ethereal elements. With a gentle, curious intention, you focus your gaze upon the face of the sundial, preparing to observe its subtle movements, its unique properties. The light here is diffuse, yet clear, allowing you to clearly discern the intricate, shimmering etchings. As you allow your eyes to linger on the sundial, you notice that the shadow cast by the moonstone gnomon is not fixed, but rather subtly bends and elongates with your gaze, shifting its position with an almost imperceptible fluidity, as if responding to the very direction of your attention. This impossible phenomenon, this gentle bending of light and shadow, feels utterly natural here, a soft whisper that the laws of physics are beautifully malleable within this dreamscape, responding to your consciousness. An internal thought, a quiet murmur of delightful realization, forms within your mind. This world is a reflection of my inner power, a playful canvas for my imagination. You feel a comforting wave of wonder and acceptance, strengthening your belief in your own innate capacity to shape and understand this extraordinary reality. You shift your gaze slightly, and the shadow responds, bending gracefully, dancing across the ancient symbols with a silent, elegant movement, a visual poem unfolding before your eyes. The ambient sounds of the garden continue, the responsive rustling of the leaves now accompanied by a deeper, more resonant hum that seems to emanate from the sundial itself, a low, melodic vibration that permeates the ground and gently vibrates through your very being, a timeless song. As your awareness shifts, you become aware of a small, shimmering feather, unlike any you have ever seen, materializing gently in the air just before you. It seems to be woven from pure starlight, its delicate barbs catching and refracting the ambient light in a dazzling array of silver, gold, and palest blue, its edges shimmering with a faint, iridescent glow. It floats with an exquisite, almost imperceptible slowness, suspended in the gentle air currents, completely weightless, a vision of ethereal beauty. There is no sound as it appears, only a profound sense of quiet magic. With a soft, knowing intention, you decide to guide this shimmering feather, to gently direct its ascent higher into the softly lit canopy above you, using only the power of your mind. You gather your focus, not with effort, but with a serene, internal gesture of will, a gentle flow of conscious energy. As you direct this intention towards the feather, you visually observe its delicate form beginning to respond slowly, gracefully, without any physical touch, without any external force. It begins to float higher, rising with an elegant, unhurried motion, carried upwards on an invisible current that is purely of your creation. The feather continues its ascent, shimmering even more brightly as it catches the higher starlight filtering through the leaves, a beautiful, silent testament to your effortless control. The feeling within you is one of profound empowerment, a gentle surge of joy and creative confidence. My thoughts are powerful, my intentions manifest with grace, and I am the conscious architect of my dream world, you affirm to yourself, feeling a deep, abiding sense of freedom and capability. As the feather drifts higher, it seems to emit a faint, melodic chime, a sound so delicate it might be a whisper of starlight itself, ascending with it into the shimmering leaves, where it eventually blends with the gentle rustling, becoming one with the soft symphony of the garden. The air around you once again shifts slightly, carrying a renewed freshness, a sense of lightness that reflects the ease with which you just manifested this beautiful act of dream control. You then notice, with a soft, inner delight, a delicate flower appearing before you, seemingly growing out of the silver moss with an instantaneous, silent grace. It is a blossom of exquisite beauty, its petals a velvety deep blue, edged with a fine silver luminescence, resembling tiny, unfolding constellations. The flower is initially small, perfectly formed, and utterly captivating, radiating a soft, gentle fragrance, like that of cool evening rain on sweet earth, mingled with a hint of something utterly alien and beautiful. With a profound sense of wonder and creative power, you form a gentle intention. You wish for this delicate flower to bloom larger, to expand its beauty and vibrancy. You focus your serene attention upon the blossom, a soft, internal warmth emanating from your conscious mind, directed towards its luminous petals. And as you hold this intention, you visually observe the flower beginning its graceful transformation. Slowly, yet steadily, its velvety blue petals begin to unfurl further, expanding outwards, growing larger and more vibrant, their silver edges shimmering with an intensified light. The delicate texture of the petals seems to become even richer, more profound, a feast for your inner sight. The flower continues to grow, its blossoms slowly expanding, becoming more magnificent with each passing moment, its colors deepening, its inner light intensifying, until it is a truly breathtaking specimen, larger than any flower you have ever seen, yet perfectly balanced and exquisitely beautiful within the garden. As it blooms, its unique fragrance intensifies, filling the air around you with its intoxicating, calming aroma, a profound sensory experience that envelops you in its beauty. A profound sense of joy and creative satisfaction fills your being, a quiet understanding that your thoughts are living forces here. I am the gardener of my dreams. My intentions bring forth beauty and life. You gently affirm, feeling a beautiful, expansive sense of self-worth and power. The delicate rustling of the leaves above responds to this bloom, softening into a gentle sigh, as if the garden itself is acknowledging your creative act with quiet reverence. You might even feel a subtle warmth emanating from the now fully bloomed flower, a gentle heat that radiates outwards, infusing the air with its benevolent energy, a testament to the life you have brought forth with your mind alone. This beautiful, vibrant blossom stands as a beacon of your power, a radiant manifestation of your gentle, yet potent, intention. Your attention now drifts to a cluster of crystalline stones surrounding you, nestled in the soft, shimmering moss. These stones are smooth and rounded, each one infused with a distinct, yet subtle inner glow, some radiating a soft emerald, others a deep sapphire, and still others a warm, honeyed amber. Their surfaces reflect the ambient starlight in muted, gentle tones, creating a tranquil mosaic of light upon the moss. There's a faint, almost imperceptible hum emanating from them, a collective chorus of quiet energy, and the air around them feels particularly crisp and pure, carrying a delicate scent of ozone and ancient earth. With a soft, curious intention, you decide to choose one of these crystalline stones with your thoughts alone, to feel its unique energy and observe its response. You allow your gaze to gently drift over the cluster, feeling a subtle pull towards a particular stone, a smooth, rounded orb radiating a deep, comforting sapphire blue. You gather your focus, directing your conscious awareness, without any physical movement, towards this specific sapphire stone. And as you focus your thoughts, you visually perceive a subtle shift. The sapphire glow within the stone intensifies, becoming a deeper, more vibrant blue, almost pulsing with a quiet, inner life. And then you feel it. A gentle warmth begins to emanate from the sapphire stone, spreading outwards through the air, reaching your focused awareness, and then gently permeating your entire being. This warmth is not a burning heat, but rather a profoundly comforting, soothing embrace, like sunlight filtering through deep ocean waters, a sensation of ancient, benevolent energy connecting with your own. It travels through you, settling into your core, bringing with it a profound sense of tranquility and inner peace. The subtle hum from the cluster of stones seems to deepen, becoming a singular, resonant tone that echoes the vibration of the sapphire you have chosen. An internal thought blossoms within you, a deep recognition of this direct connection. I am attuned, I am connected, and the very essence of this world responds to my inner resonance. You feel a beautiful, expansive surge of confidence and belonging, a deep knowing that you are deeply valued and intimately connected to the magic of this garden. The scent around the stones seems to shift slightly, becoming richer, more earthy, infused with the pure, clean energy of the sapphire, grounding you further in this wondrous experience. As you continue to feel the gentle warmth emanating from the sapphire stone, you allow your awareness to once again expand, taking in the full panorama of this part of the garden. The soft starlight filtering through the high canopy creates a beautiful dappled effect on the silver moss, casting intricate patterns of light and shadow that seem to subtly shift and reform with each gentle breath you take, each one a unique, fleeting masterpiece. The rustling of the leaves above is a constant, gentle companion, ebbing and flowing in perfect synchronicity with your own effortless breathing, a continuous, comforting lullaby. You notice now a series of ancient doorways archways carved directly into the living trunks of the colossal starlight trees that define the edge of this clearing. Each doorway is unique, some framed with delicate, luminous vines that pulse with a soft green light, others etched with intricate, swirling patterns that seem to move and shift slightly when viewed from different angles, hinting at the fluid nature of this dream realm. The wood of the trees themselves is a deep, burnished obsidian, absorbing the starlight and then subtly re-emitting it, giving them a mysterious, glowing quality. With a soft, unhurried curiosity, you allow yourself to drift towards one of these ancient doorways, a particularly inviting archway framed by vines that pulse with a soft, rhythmic green light. As you approach, you might perceive a faint, sweet aroma emanating from the glowing vines. A gentle, earthy fragrance mingled with a hint of nectar, inviting you closer. You pause before the threshold, feeling the soft, cool air from within the doorway gently brush against your skin, a subtle current that whispers of new experiences and undiscovered wonders. You peer gently into the doorway, observing the room that lies beyond. Perhaps it is a small, circular chamber, its walls adorned with shimmering tapestries woven from moonlight, its floor a continuation of the silver moss. You take a mental note of its contents, its intricate details, the unique quality of the light within. Then, with a slow, deliberate movement of your head or a subtle shift in your awareness, you glance away for just a moment, perhaps towards a nearby shimmering crystal or to the responsive rustling of the leaves above. And then, with an unhurried grace, you glance back into the doorway, expecting to see the same chamber. But as your gaze resettles, you observe a gentle, yet profound transformation. The contents of the room have subtly changed. Perhaps the tapestries now glow with a different hue, a soft golden light replacing the moonlight silver, or perhaps a delicate, luminous fountain has appeared in the center of the chamber, its water cascading with soft, musical chimes. This effortless yet remarkable shift brings a quiet sense of delight, a beautiful confirmation that this dream world is a place of boundless possibility and fluid reality, always fresh, always new, always responsive to the subtle shifts of your conscious awareness. An internal thought of profound acceptance and wonder gently rises. This dream is alive, it is dynamic, and it is a mirror of my own ever-evolving self. You feel a deep sense of peace and joy, recognizing your integral role in shaping this beautiful, unfolding narrative. The soundscape around the doorway seems to subtly deepen, the green luminous vines emitting a faint, high-pitched hum that harmonizes with the soft, responsive rustling of the leaves and the gentle chimes from the newly appeared fountain within the doorway. A symphony of gentle, shifting sounds. As you once again allow your awareness to expand beyond the changing doorway, you find yourself drawn to a different part of the garden, a place where the starlight seems to gather more intensely, coalescing into swirling patterns above. The air here feels particularly light and exhilarating, yet still profoundly calm, carrying with it a faint, sweet scent of distant, celestial flowers, a fragrance utterly unique and deeply comforting. You notice an intricately carved, ancient timepiece resting on a pedestal of glowing, interwoven roots, similar to the one that held the sundial. This timepiece, however, has no hands, no conventional numbers, but rather a face made of swirling, polished obsidian, upon which delicate, mystical symbols are etched in shimmering, silver light. With a gentle, curious intention, you decide to focus your attention on this ancient timepiece, to observe its unique characteristics, its silent way of marking time in this timeless garden. You draw your awareness towards its obsidian face, feeling a subtle pull towards its serene mystery. As you allow your gaze to softly rest upon the shimmering symbols, you observe a fascinating phenomenon. The silver-etched symbols are not static, but rather subtly dance and change, flowing into new configurations, transforming their shapes with an unhurried, graceful fluidity. One symbol might melt into another, only to re-emerge in a slightly altered form, a continuous, mesmerizing ballet of light and meaning. This gentle, continuous transformation of the symbols brings a profound sense of wonder and delight, a quiet knowing that time here is not a rigid construct, but a fluid, living concept, responsive to the very act of observation. An internal thought of deep understanding forms within you. Time is malleable, reality is fluid, and I am the conscious observer of its beautiful, unfolding mystery. You feel a powerful sense of liberation, a joyous release from the linear constraints of the waking world, embracing the expansive possibilities of your dream. The air around the timepiece seems to vibrate with a soft, resonant hum, a gentle, continuous tone that harmonizes with the rhythmic, responsive rustling of the leaves, anchoring you in this moment of timeless observation. As you gracefully disengage your gaze from the mesmerizing dance of the symbols on the ancient timepiece, you notice a delicate, almost transparent scroll unfurling itself in the air before you, seemingly made of woven starlight and fine, iridescent mist. Upon its surface, shimmering with an ethereal glow is mystical text written in a script that resonates deeply within your intuition, even if the characters are unfamiliar to your waking mind. The words appear to be composed of tiny, sparkling motes of light, arranged in elegant, flowing lines that seem to pulse with a gentle inner life. The air around the scroll is infused with a subtle, clean scent, like fresh mountain air after a starlit rain, bringing with it a sense of purity and ancient knowledge. With a soft, curious intention, you decide to read this mystical text, to allow its meaning to unfold within your awareness, knowing that its wisdom is meant for you in this moment. You gently focus your gaze upon the shimmering words, preparing your mind to receive their profound message. As your eyes delicately trace the luminous characters, you observe a truly remarkable phenomenon. The words themselves, those sparkling motes of light, begin to subtly transform. One character might gently morph into another. A line might fluidly rearrange itself, or an entire phrase might delicately shift its meaning, revealing new layers of understanding with each passing moment of your observation. This is not a static text, but a living, responsive tapestry of wisdom, designed to reveal itself in perfect harmony with your inner state. As the words transform, their meaning unfolds not through conventional reading, but through a deep, intuitive knowing that settles into your consciousness, a profound understanding that transcends language. You might perceive messages of unconditional love, infinite possibility, or profound inner peace, each one resonant with your deepest needs and aspirations. An internal thought of deep gratitude and empowerment arises. I am open to wisdom. I am connected to universal knowledge, and my understanding deepens with every conscious interaction. You feel a beautiful, expansive surge of intellectual and spiritual clarity, knowing that this dream realm is a profound teacher and a supportive guide. The subtle hum of the garden seems to intensify around the scroll, a gentle chorus of sounds supporting the unfolding revelation, and the air feels charged with a heightened sense of gentle magic, an invitation to continue exploring these profound layers of meaning. The scroll continues its slow, graceful transformation, its luminous words offering new insights with each subtle shift, until you feel a gentle sense of completion, a quiet knowing that you have absorbed the wisdom meant for you in this moment. As the scroll softly begins to refold upon itself, dissolving back into the shimmering mist from which it came, you notice a series of pathways diverging from this central clearing, each one beckoning with its own unique, gentle allure. paths are made of the same silver moss, but each is flanked by different varieties of starlight plants and luminous flora, hinting at the unique wonders that lie beyond. A soft, unspoken urge, a subtle whisper of anticipation, might arise, suggesting a need to hurry, to choose a path swiftly and explore, to quickly uncover what lies further beyond, deeper into this enchanting garden. However, you gently acknowledge this impulse, this natural human inclination towards progress and discovery, and with the utmost tenderness, you release it, allowing it to dissolve like a wisp of mist. You understand, with a deep and serene wisdom, that every single moment within this sacred space is a treasure to be savored, a precious detail to be absorbed, appreciated, and experienced in its fullest, most unhurried essence. There is no rush, no destination to attain, only the unfolding beauty of the present moment, a continuous journey of discovery that unfolds at precisely your perfect, gentle pace. You are entirely in control of your experience here, and you choose ease, you choose presence, you choose to fully experience the rich tapestry of this magnificent realm, moment by unhurried moment, appreciating its subtle details, feeling the quiet pulse of its living magic. You allow your gaze to drift along the various pathways, each one a silent invitation, each one promising a unique unfolding of beauty and mystery. One path is lined with tall, slender ferns that glow with a soft, pulsing emerald light, their fronds gently swaying as if in a silent dance, responding to the subtle currents of the starlit breeze. Another path is bordered by low-growing, luminous flowers whose petals unfurl in slow motion, revealing intricate patterns of iridescent blues and silvers, their delicate fragrance a promise of sweet enchantment. A third pathway leads towards a shimmering archway of interwoven starlight trees, their trunks spiraling upwards, creating a tunnel of shimmering, diffused light that seems to hum with a quiet, resonant energy. Your attention is drawn with a gentle, magnetic pull towards the path flanked by the emerald glowing ferns. There is a sense of ancient wisdom emanating from this particular route, a feeling of quiet contemplation and profound natural beauty. You form a soft, inner intention to explore this path, to allow its gentle invitation to guide you deeper into the heart of the calm, the garden of gentle starlight. You begin to move, or rather, to float effortlessly in the direction of the emerald ferns, your movements fluid and graceful, utterly without resistance, as if you are being carried on the softest currents of the starlight itself. As you gently approach the entrance of this fern-lined path, the emerald glow from the fronds intensifies, casting a soft, verdant light upon the silver moss beneath your awareness. The air here feels particularly fresh and pure, imbued with a deep, earthy scent, like that of damp soil and ancient forest, mingled with a subtle, sweet herbal aroma from the glowing ferns. The rustling of the leaves above takes on a slightly deeper tone, a more resonant whisper, as if the forest itself is acknowledging your passage, gently guiding you further into its embrace. You step onto the pathway, feeling the exquisitely soft and yielding texture of the silver moss beneath your bare awareness, radiating its gentle, cool light. The emerald ferns, taller than your waking height, form a living archway over the path, their luminous fronds brushing gently against your sides as you pass. A delicate, ethereal caress that sends a shiver of pure delight through your being. Each frond is intricately detailed, its delicate leaflets glowing with an internal light that pulsates softly, rhythmically, creating a mesmerizing, undulating pattern of light and shadow on the path before you. An internal thought, a quiet sense of profound connection, arises within your mind. I am one with nature. I am embraced by beauty, and I am always guided to the path that serves my deepest peace. You feel a wave of tranquil affirmation wash over you, deepening your sense of security and belonging within this wondrous realm. The soundscape here is dominated by the responsive rustling of the ferns themselves, which seems to sing a soft, continuous song that ebbs and flows, becoming louder or softer, in perfect harmony with the gentle, natural rhythm of your breathing. A constant, comforting reminder of your deep connection to this living dream. As you continue your unhurried journey along the fern-lined path, the light around you shifts, becoming predominantly emerald and silver, a tranquil, otherworldly glow that bathes everything in its calming radiance. The pathway gently curves, leading you deeper into the verdant embrace of the glowing fronds. You notice that the light filtering through the ferns creates intricate, dancing patterns on the ground before you, like living tapestries woven from light and shadow, constantly shifting, constantly reforming with each gentle sway of the ferns. Suddenly, just beyond a particularly dense cluster of glowing ferns, you perceive a clearing opening up before you. Within this clearing, standing proudly amidst the silver moss, is a magnificent ancient tree, its trunk colossal, gnarled, and covered in luminous, silvery bark that seems to pulse with a slow, steady heartbeat of light. Its branches spread wide, reaching towards the starlit canopy, laden with delicate, bell-shaped flowers that glow with a soft, warm golden light, emitting a gentle, melodious chime with the slightest whisper of the breeze. The air around this ancient tree feels particularly sacred, almost tangible with an energy that is both ancient and profoundly alive, carrying a rich, earthy fragrance mingled with the sweet, honeyed scent of the golden flowers. You approach the ancient tree, feeling a deep sense of reverence and wonder as you draw closer. The chimes from the golden bellflowers are delicate and resonant, creating a soft, ethereal music that fills the air, harmonizing with the responsive rustling of the fern leaves, which seems to soften into a gentle hush around this sacred space. You observe the intricate patterns of the silvery bark, noticing how veins of pure starlight seem to course just beneath its surface, pulsating with a slow, rhythmic glow, like the very lifeblood of the tree. As you stand before this magnificent sentinel of the garden, your gaze drifts downwards, and you notice at the very base of its trunk, nestled among its ancient roots that glow with a soft inner luminescence, a small, shimmering pool. This pool is unlike the earlier one. Its water is not milky, but perfectly clear, so transparent that you can see glowing pebbles at its bottom, each one emanating a soft, individual light, like tiny stars captured in liquid. The surface of this pool is utterly still, reflecting the golden bellflowers and the starlit canopy above with breathtaking clarity. With a soft, curious intention, you decide to gaze into this perfectly clear pool, to observe your reflection once more, wondering what gentle revelation it might hold for you in this moment. You lean closer, your movements fluid and unhurried, feeling the cool, refreshing mist emanating from the water softly caress your skin, a delicate touch that awakens your senses with profound calm. As your gaze meets the still, clear surface, your reflection appears sharp and distinct, yet subtly different from your previous glimpses. Perhaps your eyes hold an even deeper, more knowing light, or your hair might shimmer with strands of pure starlight, or perhaps you perceive a faint, luminous aura surrounding your form, a testament to your growing connection with this magical garden. This subtle, beautiful alteration in your reflection fills you with a quiet sense of validation and self-acceptance. I am radiant, I am evolving, and my true essence shines brightly within this beautiful dream, you affirm to yourself, feeling a powerful surge of inner light and profound self-worth. You extend your awareness, a soft, inner touch, towards the surface of the perfectly clear water, feeling the cool, smooth texture, yet without any actual wetness, a purely energetic connection. As your awareness gently touches the surface, the glowing pebbles at the bottom of the pool seem to pulse with a slightly intensified light, responding to your presence, to your gentle inquiry. The soundscape around you deepens. The gentle chimes from the golden bellflowers, now accompanied by a faint, melodic gurgle from the pool itself. A liquid music that harmonizes with the responsive rustling of the ferns, which seems to whisper secrets of ancient times. You withdraw your awareness from the pool, and its surface returns to perfect stillness, your reflection settling into its current, luminous form, awaiting your next gentle interaction. You are deeply empowered here, truly the conscious explorer and creator of this magnificent, living dreamscape. As you gently turn away from the base of the ancient, luminous tree, your gaze drifts upwards towards its immense trunk, noticing a series of swirling patterns etched into its silvery bark. These patterns are not merely decorative, but seem to form a complex, mystical language, ancient and profound. With a soft, unhurried intention, you decide to focus your attention on a particular section of this mystical text, allowing your awareness to gently engage with its deep wisdom, knowing that this dream provides the perfect environment for intuitive understanding. You draw your conscious focus towards the glowing, swirling symbols, feeling a subtle resonance deep within your being, a recognition of their inherent power. As your eyes gently trace the luminous etchings, you observe a truly fascinating phenomenon. The patterns begin to subtly shift and reform, the lines flowing into new configurations, the symbols transforming their shapes with an unhurried, graceful fluidity. One swirling design might gently unravel into a cascade of shimmering motes of light, only to recoalesce into an entirely new symbol, a continuous, mesmerizing dance of form and meaning. This is not a static text, but a living, breathing language designed to reveal its wisdom through subtle transformation, tailored perfectly to your evolving awareness. As the mystical text transforms, its meaning unfolds not through conventional reading, but through a deep, intuitive knowing that settles into your consciousness, a profound understanding that transcends mere words. You might perceive messages of cosmic harmony, the interconnectedness of all life, or the boundless nature of your own creative spirit, each insight resonating profoundly with your deepest inner truths. An internal thought of deep reverence and expanded awareness arises. I am connected to ancient wisdom. I am fluent in the language of the universe, and my understanding deepens with every conscious interaction. You feel a beautiful, expansive surge of profound insight and intellectual clarity, knowing this dream realm is a limitless source of knowledge and gentle guidance. The air around the ancient tree feels charged with a subtle, yet palpable, energy as the mystical text continues its silent, luminous transformation. The delicate chimes from the golden bellflowers intensify slightly, their music harmonizing with the soft, responsive rustling of the ferns, creating a symphony of sounds that supports the unfolding revelation. This magnificent, living text offers continuous layers of meaning, each one more profound than the last, inviting you to linger, to absorb, to simply be present with its unfolding wisdom. And as you stand in this space of profound learning, a deep sense of peaceful contentment washes over you. There is no need to hurry, no need to rush through the garden, for every moment here is a gift, every detail a treasure. You consciously resist any subtle impulse that might arise to move quickly, to skip ahead, choosing instead to fully immerse yourself in the richness of the present, appreciating its subtle details, feeling the quiet pulse of its living magic. You are deeply connected, completely safe, and beautifully at peace within this wondrous dream, a sanctuary of conscious exploration and limitless possibility. And as you stand in this space of profound learning, a deep sense of peaceful contentment washes over you. There is no need to hurry, no need to rush through the garden, for every moment here is a gift, every detail a treasure. You consciously resist any subtle impulse that might arise to move quickly, to skip ahead, choosing instead to fully immerse yourself in the richness of the present, appreciating its subtle details, feeling the quiet pulse of its living magic. You are deeply connected, completely safe, and beautifully at peace within this wondrous dream, a sanctuary of conscious exploration and limitless possibility. The mystical text, etched into the ancient tree's silvery bark, now seems to reach a gentle conclusion, its luminous symbols slowly, gracefully coalescing into a single, radiant image, a perfect, spiraling galaxy, endlessly unfurling, yet contained within a sphere of serene light. This final image shimmers for a long, unhurried moment, impressing its profound message of infinite potential and universal harmony deep within your subconscious mind. A beautiful, silent benediction. Then, with infinite gentleness, it begins to softly recede, fading back into the shimmering bark, leaving behind only the subtle, rhythmic pulse of the tree's inner light, a quiet heartbeat resonating with your own. As the text dissolves, your awareness is drawn with exquisite slowness to a previously unnoticed feature at the very base of the colossal trunk, just above the glowing roots. A small, perfectly smooth archway, previously veiled by the shifting patterns of the bark, now gently reveals itself. It is not an opening carved or hewn, but one that seems to have always existed, a natural part of the tree's ancient form, its edges glowing with a soft, inviting pearl-white luminescence, like the inside of a magnificent shell. The air emanating from within this hidden archway carries a new, delicate fragrance, a deep, comforting scent of ancient wood, warmed by an inner light, mingled with a subtle, sweet aroma of starlight condensed into dew. With a soft, unhurried curiosity, a gentle pull of anticipation, you allow yourself to drift closer to this newly revealed entrance. Your movements are fluid, effortless, as if the very air guides you forward. As you approach, the pearl-white glow intensifies slightly, bathing you in its tender radiance, and you feel a subtle shift in the air pressure, a soft, welcoming embrace that beckons you to step inside. The texture of the tree's silvery bark, as you draw near, seems to soften even further, becoming almost silken to your bare awareness, radiating a delicate warmth that permeates your skin, a comforting prelude to what lies beyond. You pause for a long, unhurried moment at the threshold, allowing your senses to fully absorb the gentle invitation. The chimes from the golden bellflowers in the branches above become even softer, a distant, ethereal melody, and the responsive rustling of the ferns along the path seems to hold its breath, as if in quiet reverence for this moment of transition. You peer gently into the archway, observing the serene, intimate space that lies within. It is a small, perfectly spherical chamber, its walls a continuation of the luminous, silvery bark, yet smoother, polished to an exquisite sheen, softly pulsating with the same pearl-white light that frames the entrance. The floor is covered in a continuation of the shimmering silver moss, wonderfully soft and cool, yet emanating a subtle, gentle warmth that invites you to settle. At the very center of this sacred chamber, nestled deeply within the silver moss, glows a magnificent, multifaceted crystal, larger than any you have yet encountered. It is not a crystal of a single color, but rather one that contains within its depths a swirling, gentle nebula of pure starlight, a miniature galaxy held in perfect stillness. This starlight hearth emits a profound, soft, golden white light, radiating an immense, comforting warmth that gently permeates every corner of the chamber, filling the air with a palpable sense of peace and belonging. A soft, continuous hum, like the deepest vibration of the universe, emanates from its core, a subtle, resonant frequency that harmonizes with the very rhythm of your being. An internal thought, a quiet murmur of deep understanding, blossoms within you. This is a place of profound rest, a sanctuary for my deepest self, a true heart of peace. You feel a wave of tranquil acceptance wash over you, a deep knowing that you are precisely where you are meant to be. With a soft, unhurried grace, you allow yourself to float further into the chamber, your bare awareness sinking gently into the exquisitely soft silver moss, which welcomes you with a velvety, cool embrace that quickly transforms into a comforting warmth, as if it recognizes and cradles your unique essence. You settle gently before the starlight hearth, perhaps allowing your dream form to recline, or simply floating with a perfect sense of buoyant ease, completely supported by the luminous moss. The profound warmth from the crystal hearth washes over you, penetrating deeply into every cell, every fiber of your being, dissolving any last, subtle traces of residual tension, any lingering echoes of effort. It feels like pure, liquid starlight, flowing through you, cleansing and renewing, leaving you feeling utterly supple, wonderfully pliable, and deeply, deeply at ease. The air around you, infused with the gentle hum of the hearth and the sweet, ancient scent of the tree, now carries a profound stillness, a quietude so deep it feels almost tangible. As you rest in this profound comfort, allowing the gentle warmth of the starlight hearth to fully envelop you, you bring your awareness with exquisite gentleness to your breath. It is now softer than ever before, a barely perceptible ebb and flow, a delicate whisper of life that continues effortlessly, entirely on its own. There is nothing for you to do, no conscious effort required, simply to be with this tender rhythm, to allow it to carry you deeper and deeper into absolute tranquility. With each incredibly soft inhale, you might visualize the golden white light of the hearth entering your body, filling you with renewed peace, with absolute stillness. And with each impossibly gentle exhale, you can simply release, release, release any and all remaining thoughts, any fleeting sensations, any last wisps of the waking world, allowing them to dissolve effortlessly into the vast, warm expanse of this sacred chamber, leaving you lighter, freer, more profoundly at ease than you have ever been. You are now so wonderfully relaxed, so utterly at peace, that your physical body, wherever it rests in your waking world, feels exquisitely heavy, yet simultaneously light, almost weightless, as if it is merging with the soft surface beneath you, sinking deeper and deeper, melting into comfort. And here, In this beautiful, sacred space, within the heart of the ancient tree, cradled by the starlight hearth, you understand with profound clarity that you are at the very threshold of your deepest slumber, a conscious journey into the boundless realms of your dream. As you gently drift, you remember, with quiet knowing, that you are the conscious architect of this unfolding experience. You are fully empowered to awaken within your dream, should you choose to do so, with a delightful sense of clarity and serene control. At any point, if you wish to confirm that you are truly dreaming, you might find yourself glancing down at your hands, those remarkable extensions of your being. As you do, simply notice them with a fresh, playful curiosity. Observe their unique lines, their subtle patterns, the way light might play upon their surface, and allow yourself to gently notice any shifts, any shimmering, any subtle changes in their form, for this can be a tender, delightful signal, a gentle whisper from your dreaming mind, reminding you that you are indeed within the glorious expanse of your lucid dream. There is no effort, no struggle, merely a soft, accepting awareness, a beautiful, natural curiosity. You might also, with a soft intention, consider your reflection in any shimmering surface you encounter within your dream. Just as you did in the pools of the garden of gentle starlight, allow yourself to notice any subtle, playful alterations in your appearance, perhaps an ethereal glow or a change in your attire, a quiet affirmation that you are flowing with the boundless, creative energy of your dreaming self. These are but gentle invitations, tender whispers of possibility, for your conscious awareness to bloom within the rich tapestry of your slumber, should you desire it. Now, as you settle deeper and deeper into the sublime comfort of this moment, within the embrace of the starlight hearth, your senses begin to gently soften, to subtly recede, allowing you to drift beyond the tangible. The pearl-white glow of the chamber becomes even softer, diffused into a warm, nebulous mist that gently swirls around you, like the softest, most silken cloud. The profound hum of the hearth becomes a part of you, a deep, resonant vibration that cradles your very soul, guiding you further inward. The sweet, ancient scent of the tree and the starlight slowly blends into a single, indescribable aroma of pure peace, permeating your deepest being. You are floating now, effortlessly and beautifully, suspended in this vast expanse of pure, unadulterated comfort. There is no longer a distinct chamber, no separate hearth, no definable body, only the sensation of being utterly weightless, profoundly peaceful, perfectly safe. You are drifting gently through layers of exquisite tranquility, carried on the softest currents of a cosmic ocean, a beautiful, conscious surrender to the boundless depths of your own inner universe. Each breath you take is now a soft, expansive sigh of release, guiding you deeper into this beautiful void of peace, a space where all thought, all sensation, all effort gently dissolves into absolute stillness. Allow yourself to simply be. Allow yourself to simply float. You are cradled, you are held, you are cherished. There is nothing more for you to do, nothing more for you to achieve, merely to surrender to this profound sense of peace. Your awareness now gently merges with the vast, quiet expanse of your unconscious mind, blending seamlessly into the rich, fertile ground of your deepest dreams. You are perfectly safe, perfectly valued, and perfectly ready for the most profound and restful sleep, or for the most beautiful, clear, and conscious of dreams. Drift now into that deepest peace, that most profound rest. You are entirely at ease. You are utterly secure. You are perfectly ready. Let go completely. Let go and simply rest. And as you do, remember the profound peace you carry within you, a light that guides you always towards tranquil slumber and wondrous dreams. Good night. Sleep well. Peace.